meeting. This is fairly common. Actually, they've changed the way they're processing building aid. Before, they would start funding it 18 months after it was approved, whether it was completed or not, which in this case is what happened. Going forward, they will not start funding until you've submitted your final cost report, because too much of this was happening. We underspent slightly, so when we underspent, we get aid taken back. Of course, they take the aid back right away. So, any questions on that? So for this next project, we will not get funding until after we submit the final cost report. So we will not have this problem.
How's this all
And it was like this.
going pretty well? So what's the dates now?
Project, we're still waiting to hear back from the city. It's in their hands. Could be 4 months, 6 months, 8 months.
And you don't get updates,
No.
it's just eventually you get an answer. There was something we had to submit, which we did right away, and got it graded.
So it's all designed and sent into state?
And then they will work with STATA to alter as needed. Say, oh, this won't meet, but this will. So they'll change it and resubmit it as needed.
When was it submitted?
Middle of October? Middle of October?
I would say November.
November, I think.
I think so too. Like the first week of November. So. It's really though, it's out of our hands by all of that, like we're not even touching it anymore. But we do have a meeting coming up next week to meet with the architects, and just keep moving forward. I want to say it's 16th at 9, but let me check. Is it?
It's
Monday.
Monday.
Okay, 16th at 9.
Is that all board meeting as far as I know?
As long, no, not, you're welcome to come, so you're asking.
Okay, also, sorry.
Not
No,
all.
I know that, that's why I wondered how many other board members.
Just one?
On the budget side, Amy and Sue and I have been meeting. We've met, went over the expenses, the materials and supplies. We have a plan to reduce the cost this year, hopefully. It's still being worked out, but I think we made some headway on how to control the expenses. We've also looked at travel, and we're cutting that back. Tomorrow, we're going to meet to look at class sizes to see where we can reduce, 'cause that will be, I mean, expenses isn't going to be that much. It's not going to be much of that, but we're going to start putting together plans on how to, where we can cut. That's where we're going forward. Revenues is still, we're not going to hear from state aid until end of January. At the earliest. It's election year, there's things, hopefully going to be a good one, but they're saying 1.6 billion increase to state aid. That's the number.
Is it all going to Long Island or is it?
That's what we're thinking.
Where's the votes?
So it's not saying how it's divided. I know legislation is trying to push to eliminate the GEA, which would be a huge help. Last year, we had 300,000 in GEA. So if they gave us an increase in foundation aid and cut back the GEA, that would be great. We can always use it. Is that realistic? Probably not. They're pushing to, they're probably within the next 3 years to eliminate the GEA. Foundation aid is still lagging. We haven't had an increase. Actually, last year we did the first increase in 4 years, I believe. And normally it's been increasing. So not only did they take money back in 2008-9 from the GEA, they also froze your foundation aid. And that's where everyone started falling into trouble. So,
When do you expect we'll start to see some of your numbers with all these cuts you're talking about?
next meeting.
Next meeting?
And we will be putting cuts in and staff. That's your, we'll be presenting as needed. And what the cost is will be.
He's having this path, like, these staff cuts, when you're thinking about doing that.
The process has always been that we go through with the departments first, and we have those all set. I mean, the calendar's out, you have a calendar. We're just beginning to meet, actually actually tomorrow. We did budget stuff, you know, orders, BOCES orders, those types of things, and then we're meeting tomorrow to come up with lists and ideas.
I think it's unfair to them, allow them to go in off of.
That's our intent. It's also just, since we're talking about it now, and this was Amy's suggestion, is to talk to people that we know that we might be looking at reducing hours to say, we know we're gonna need a social studies teacher, we know we're gonna need family and consumer science, go and get a supplemental certificate. For some of those people, we're talking 12 credits. If they wanna remain full-time or remain here, that would be a very easy way to do it. It was, what else was under something else? I didn't say. Business.
If we want to keep that going.
Correct. So there's things that some of those people can do to make themselves more useful across the board.
Are the numbers down in business?
Not down, but it's not mandated programs, so, you know, it's kind of our call where we want to go about.
If you could get somebody to come in with an academic course, you know, a social studies business teacher, you know, that's ideal. But there are people that, you know, have the availability to get another degree that would benefit them long-term here.
You have to figure out which one comes first. Whether we're gonna have a class or whether they're gonna go get their certificate, so we don't end up, you know, having to go get your certificate and then cut off the needs of the day.
Some of the courses are mandated.
Right, I mean,
That's-
it's only business that's probably, we know we need family consumer science, we know we're gonna need social studies, we know we need, career financial management. So those are areas we know that we're gonna need.
Guarantees at this point.
Who's responsible for paying for this credits?
That was one of the things we talked about, the possibility of offering it up through the board. They pay half, we pay half. They take the first half of their 6 credits, the board would pick up the second 6.
With SUNY tuition.
With, yes, going through the SUNY
Some of
schools.
us,
Other districts do that, even though they get paid for credits long-term. But if we're asking people to go back to pick up some of it, we might want to consider doing that. One of the unfortunate things is when teachers, student teachers, they used to get tuition waivers, which we could, as a district, take and give out. They now offer $200 stipends, which now goes in a teacher's pocket. Unfortunately, the waivers were much more useful to the district as a whole.
Who doesn't do that in the district, doesn't do it anymore, the school.
The school offers either option, and, you know, it's very hard to say, no, we expect you to take this person, work with this person, and take a tuition waiver to turn in. And I think more people, unfortunately, are going to the $200.
Anything else?
Couple of things I was asked at the last meeting to talk to Herman Cal about having another merger meeting. At this point in time, they're not able to do that, but they would like to reopen talks more, you know, January, February type thing. So they have a few other things they're working on, and when they are able to do that, they will call us. So that's not dead in the water, but they, like I said, at this point, they can't do that. Because of Reggie's great love, I reached out to Colton Pierpont, Herman DeKalb, Clifton Fine, Harrisville, and Canton to try to set up a band merger for this summer. Of course, one of everybody's first questions is, and it's a good idea for the superintendents, how much is it going to cost them? And I guess one of the things I want to say to our group is, how much do we want to have this? Because I think that we could get shared transportation aid by a merger with all those districts. We have the uniforms. If we invest in a couple of patches that puts everybody somehow together that ends up doing this, but it comes down to, you know, the cost of the director and cost of the public work person. So I kind of want to throw that out as, do we want to assume that for 1 year, see what happens? Because we're more the school that wants the band. The other schools have not had one in a while and aren't as desirable of wanting to do it, to be honest. So that was one of the questions. I know that Harrisville met last night and they actually discussed it, but again, that's always the stopping point. What's it going to cost us?
Well, they're just like the residents, they're all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, they bring up a great idea, but the first thing we're gonna ask is,
Yep.
money.
So what's anybody think, feel?
I think we should keep pursuing it.
But, and with us picking up the cost of the director and other workers.
Well, I think we should share the cost. some kind of time, I'm
Because
sure.
Clifton Pines sent 2, Harrisville sent 15, and we had 10. It's not fair. That's-
Yeah, we certainly have to give that some thought, how we do that.
And again, I'm not sure if we can, and I have to check this further, I was waiting to hear from other districts, if we might be able to turn that in as a cross-contract by sharing a director. We might be able to co-serve it and get it aided. So,
You have to look for a director too, because apparently we don't have any here.
I did put that in my email to the other schools that we probably do not have a director here. We would be looking for the director. We'd like to maintain the authority over the program if, we're the ones running it, even if we have to hire another director.
And I think Harrisville had some interest. They only 2.
Well, I think that's the other thing we're going to have to discuss. Is it going to be an academic course for our school? And are we going to allow it to be an academic course for other schools? I mean, those are things that bring technicalities to it that we're not quite there yet, but we're going to have to look at that long term. For the most part, I don't think kids necessarily need that half credit, to be honest. I hate to lose a band over whether it's going to be credit or not again this year. Right, well, that's true.
College and board.
I'd like to see us continue to pursue the option. I mean, I think it's early to be hashing out financial details and all that, but it's certainly something we have to think about. How we approach it. I think we could look at how other sports mergers have gone in the past, and that'd be a possible model. That's my thoughts.
I think you're gonna have to look at the cost and how we divide it up, if they're open to that idea, fine, or, if we can bankroll the whole operation.
How much money do we spend on sports teams? If we can field them, we can field the option now.
But we have, you mean, in merging with other schools?
Not just straight up.
We can't field it. We don't have enough students that want to do it. That's what happened last summer. We didn't have it because of lack of student numbers. We had plenty of color guard students who were really excited, ready. We have 8, 12 band instrument students. You can't have a band. And that's unfortunately where we're falling. Now, I'm not saying that we may not get another whole crop this year. You don't know from year to year. But our numbers have dwindled and dwindled each year. And some of it too is when you don't have somebody here that wants to direct it, there's nobody there pushing it and getting the enthusiasm going. Okay, so I will continue on that, come up with options, find out for sure what we can actually co-serve, and I'll bring it back in our January meeting. There was a letter in the agenda from Tom Burns. He had come and done a few observations a little bit ago. He comes out each year, visits the schools. A lot of praise for our 2 teachers that he visited, Becca Slago and Marcia White. And I just think they need to be patted on the back and dragged up a little because both of them, when he came in, were doing module lessons. And Tom was very excited. He had never seen a module lesson done at the middle school level. And they were just overwhelmingly impressed with Becca's lesson. So, just positive to pass that
Very
on.
nice letter, too, we sent.
Yeah.
Maybe a letter from the board would be appropriate for these 2 teachers, just, even though it's not in the back.
Did they get a copy of that?
Yes. Yeah. They did.
Good news.
It was just exciting. And up until that point, Tom had never done letters before. I said, that would be a really nice thing to do. So he really went it all out.
He must have done a bang up job.
What's he looking for? Don't answer that, right?
Health audit. Missy had a health audit where they come in and check 33 of her records for compliance, and she had full compliance. Very exciting, very positive thing. And I just, again, real brag off moment for Missy and trying to get all that organized, as well as they had 2 major documents they had put together and sent to the state in the fall. So they've been very busy down there. On
So
top
I
of-
did on a couple of those health funds. This word lines on a miracle, So,
It does, but it also speaks to the level of confidence that Missy needs and wants and will get.
One of the things they look for
And
is,
that's on top of all the other things.
and that is not one of those things you can hurry up and prepare for by Friday.
Oh, no.
This is an ongoing thing where they're gonna shut a hole in this and hurry.
What are K grade breakfasts, you know?
Kindergartners, all their health, and it's the most difficult grade because you have all their health records, all their immunization records. All of them have to be online now, and they're done by the school. It's not done, you know, so all of those things were done up to date, and it was just impressive. The lady actually really, I think, was surprised that she had all of them done and ready so soon in the year.
Maybe a letter from the board to her would be appropriate as well.
You can let Randy know that he's got to write those. I'm keeping your list though, Chris, just to let you know. We had Mandy Tressetter stepped up. I had sent out an email to the staff as far as for a grant through Healthy Schools for staff, not for the students. And she stepped up, put together a program, and we did get a $1,500 grant. And tomorrow Mandy and I will be meeting with the head of this foundation. Lori Brewer stepped up to jump in with us and a few other people. So again, another positive, we wouldn't have had it had Mandy not stepped up. And it's for staff, so. There's three things you have to do. You have to do some smoke cessation, some breastfeeding, and then some weight awareness. So she hit all three areas to make sure it's available to staff. Yes. That's all I currently have.
High school or high school?
If they were asked to just put it out electronically.
These are signs.
So it's quiet in the school. All those great students we have.
Especially the ones sitting behind you.
That's right.
You've heard nothing to it. Maybe can you tell why these students are here?
These students, these would be all seniors, they're participating in economics or, well, probably adjusting government. And part of the class that Ms. Cobb has them, or Mr. Albert, they have to come and participate, or not participate, but sit in on a meeting of some sort, whether it's a board meeting, town board meeting, you know. So they're here to learn, observe.
Good. Welcome.
Anytime.
All right, if there's nothing else, we, after entering the executive session, for collective negotiations pursuant to Article 14 of the Civil Service Law, medical, financial, credit, and appointments to a particular person or corporation matters, the appointment